What's up, y'all? It is Church of Caleb here. We got Testimony Tuesday with our special guest, John Marshall. So here we go.
Yeah. So pretty much, I start off with the basic thing most people say. I did grow up in church. My parents always kept me in church. But it was around 9 years old that I felt the calling to be saved. Which I had that sibling rivalry of like my sisters got saved. I can't let them be better than me. And so, but my mom always made sure that I knew and understood like what it meant to be saved. And so at 9, I eventually got to that point. I really truly knew what it meant to be saved. And so from that point on, I was pretty confident that I was saved. And then so I got baptized and everything. And so fast forward a few years to middle school. You start to change. You're starting to change over time in middle school. And then so I fell into the typical thing a guy would fall into in middle school, as the typical lust aspect of things. And so as I went about my walk, I didn't really think about it that much. But then it just started to hit me of like, this isn't right. Like, what am I doing? And so as I grew um, in my faith, it just kind of became more stagnant. And I thought I was growing, but I really wasn't. I was never really in my word. I didn't really think about it that much. My prayer life was definitely not there. And so fast forward about 10th grade, this was like a crazy experience. So we were at church camp, and this one guy, the guy that was preaching that night, he had brought up the subject of lust. And, as a guy struggling with that, the lust aspect, it just kind of hit me in the face of like, like here we go again. And so um, I kind of just like looked down and I was like, here we go. And then so we get to the last song, didn't really react. And one of the guys that's our chaperone comes over there and he gives me a hug. I hadn't even said anything, and goes, I get it, man. And I was just like, I just lost it. And so after that, I went over there and talked to him about everything. And, we went through things. And he challenged me to read First John to uh, see if I was really saved. And, I read it all the way through and figured I was just saved. I was already saved. And so now the Lord has been teaching me a lot of things. As you know, junior year, I accepted the call to ministry. And so the Lord has been changing me and molding me. And I've seen a lot of difference in my life as I've grown, not instant, but just a lot. And yeah, that's pretty much my testimony. The Lord is still shaping me.
There we go, John Marshall, Testimony Tuesday.